as you all know, I've been documenting for the past year everything that's gone on to do with Ministry of Health, Ministry of Social Development, and as well as the stuff within. This one is to do with Ministry of Social Development. A week ago, or actually over a week ago, I rang the office again to see if I could get an appointment to actually see the minister, because I'd rung her elected office and see if I could get one. And they said, oh, no, you wanted to deal with it because you deal with the portfolio, you actually have to ring and make an appointment with her Wellington office. So I rang and spoke to a lady in the Wellington office. I wrote her a letter out and explained what's what, where's where, why I wanted to talk to her, because I'd spoken to Paula Bennett personally over 3 years ago. Who said she would look into all the matter of what's been going on and sort it out. Yet, as you've seen if you've been watching the videos, nothing's been done. So, she said to me when I spoke to her last week that they would take about a week and I should have an answer this week from Paula Bennett's office. Well, it's been over a week, and so I rang on the Tuesday, and she said, oh, no, you're going to get an answer later this week. So I'm like, okay. And the mail arrived, and there is no answer from it whatsoever from Paula Bennett's office in the mail today. And today is Friday, and it's, I think, the 15th. And there's not a single solitary reply from Paula Bennett's office. There is a letter that came from Wins about the trespass notice, because they trespassed me for 2 years, and then they reinstated it after 2 years, even though the argument was between myself and the Otara office, because the Otara office refused to take my receipts and take my updates for the cost of my food, the cost of my chiropractor, and my dietitian massage and everything. And they made every excuse they could to get out of paying me my money, which is what all this argument's all about in the first place, because they're supposed to have reinstated my money and my benefit and covered the new costs, which is the law, which is the policy, and what is supposed to have been done. Instead, we've had song and dances, bullshit, lies, passed off left, right, and centre, and because I sent all that stuff, including down the hassle where I've been trying to get it to the review board, because you need to go to the review board before you can go to the social secretary and take them to court. But the problem is I'm not even getting to the review board. The review board has the right to fix it, of course, but to be able to fix it, they first got to see it. And when they refuse to send you to the review board, and you can't apply like you would do at the court where you go and walk in regardless of what the other side says, there's not a thing you can do until they get off their ass and they take it to the review board. Now, I've had ministers faxing the Minister of Social Development stating this and said to them, well, can you get it sorted out so that I can go to review board? The request has been put through over 65 times to go to review board. And where am I? Still struggling, still being treated like shit, having my records still purged, and they're telling me they're helping me. They're not helping me. I've now got a bill for a funeral grant for the funeral for Mum, because when Mum died, originally she was supposed to go to the School of Medicine. But because they had surgery on her, they won't take her. So I've got a $2,500 bill. Thing is, a funeral grant, which is one side of WINS, pays that, or rather one side of Ministry of Social Development pays that for superannuates, and they only give you $1,900 from what I'm told. But then somebody else says, no, they give you $2,000. That still doesn't pay the $2,500. Where am I going to get the other $500? And I'll keep incurring interest if I don't pay it. The problem again is because now with Mum gone, I have no extra income, so I can't pay nothing. And then the money they're supposed to increase my benefit by, they have not done so. They just stuff me in circles, and then they expect me to be able to go feed myself, go get my dietitian massage for the company that is a new one I found, which is the same distance but a slightly different price, but I got no fucking money. And then I'm supposed to be able to feed myself, which is why I got chickens to eat, but like, if I kill all the chickens to eat now, which will be gone in a week, because I've got no food in my house at the moment, because again, WINS are not paying my money correctly. It takes me a week to get a food grant sorted out from them when they decide to give me one, even though I'm legally entitled to one, and I'm entitled to up to $200 a year because they dropped it from $250, and still can't get my money out of them. I go to Salvation Army. They used to give you 4 parcels a year. They don't anymore. They only give you 2. Right? And you go to the local food bank. They only give you 2. So that's 4 weeks out of the year. Plus if I kill all my chickens, that basically makes another week to 2 at the most. Alright, so that's 48 weeks that I've got to find food for and find money to buy food with while still paying my power bill, still paying my internet phone bill, and I need the internet phone bill because I have to keep dealing with these asswipes, and if I'm not doing that, I've got falls and accidents, and so I need the phone so I can ring somebody because Mum's not here! And who caused me this problem? The government. Who keeps pissing me in circles? The government. And then they're telling me, not my job, not my responsibility. The minister's hands is tied. Bullshit. Everything that's coming out of their mouths is bullshit. They put my records under a 70-year confidentiality agreement. They poisoned me in the first place. I had letters that said they finally would take responsibility, and then they go and change government, and they go and purge the file, and they ignore everything. So don't tell me New Zealand's a wonderful place to live. It's not. It's full of toxins that people get away with dumping. It's full of MPs that basically get too busy doing this to each other and making money off each other instead of actually looking after the people. It makes referendums that are ignored anyway and go waste more money of our money. It's got councils that go and waste money as well and then charge you more fees each year. And in the meantime, I have my health getting worse and worse and worse and worse. The videos that I've done for the last year, you just take a look at them. You take a look at the state of these fucking pimples I keep getting on my face. You can see when I've had my diet and when I haven't had my diet. You can see when I've had my tablets and that I require, which are the extra vitamins and stuff I require, and when I haven't. You can see when somebody's actually been kind enough to help me have my hair done or help me do my hair, or I managed to scrape it up because Mum's given me the money to go and get my hair done. And the reason why do I have to have my hair done? Because I can't do my own hair properly. Why? Because the muscles in my arms don't work properly. Muscles in my legs don't work properly. Muscles in my chest don't work properly. Muscles in my back don't work properly. Why? Because I have post-polio syndrome. It is an after effect of having had polio. I got polio from a vaccine. I do not have bipolar where people think I'm mental around the bend because I'm yelling because they're idiots because they fucking did this to me in the first place. And then when you explain to them again what has happened, they go, oh, no wonder you're frustrated. No wonder you're upset. Oh, but I'm sorry, there's nothing I can do to help you. And that's come from the Queen of England's mouth, the Governor-General's name, Sylvia Cartwright, and about a dozen other people I've been to, including the Human Rights Commissioner at the United Nations in Geneva.